Hello friends, welcome to my channel Fun and Learn with Chandana. Today we will see the topic cell. Cell is the most important topic in biology. We can compare a cell with a brick. Like it is a building block of our body. Cells are building blocks. In the same way, bricks are used to build a house. So all the cells are united to form a tissue. Tissues are united to form a organelle. Organelles are all included to form an organism. Okay. So first of all, let's see introduction. What is it? It is a basic structural, functional and biological unit. It is the basic structural and functional and biological unit. I told you it is the basic unit. It is not even a single thing is less than a cell. Cell is the basic thing. So who first discovered it? Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke discovered first in 1665. In year 1665. He observed a dead cell. So he thought that cells are like a honeycomb-like structures in a thin slice of cork. Cork is nothing but it's a dead cells. We can see in cork dead cells. So he thought every cell looks like a honeycomb. Later, Anton von Leeuwenhoek in 1667 was the first to observe a living cell. He was the first person to observe a living cell. But who observed the cell first? Robert Hooke. But the living cell was observed first by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. So let's jump to the cell theory. What is cell theory? Okay. What is the cell theory? It has two main basic points that we should remember about cell theory. It was first discovered by M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. Proposed the cell theory. Who proposed the cell theory? It's a very important question according to the examination point of view. M.J. Schleiden and Theodor Schwann was proposed cell theory. So next, what are these postulates? These two postulates are very important. All living beings are made up of cells. We know that all livings are made up of cells, right? All cells together forms tissue. All tissues together forms organelles. And all together organelles form a whole organism. So, at basic level, we are made up of cells. Cells is the smallest independent unit of life. It is the smallest. I told you, not a single thing is less than a cell. Cell is the least thing that is a basic unit. Cell is the smallest independent unit of life. Next, all cells arises from pre-existing cells. Why? Because reproduction that occurs in cell. All cells arises from pre-existing cells. Now one cell is there. From there, two cells will arise. Okay, like if binary fission occurs, two cells will come. Mitosis occurs, two cells will come. If meiosis occurs, then four cells will get. So this thing that a cell arises from pre-existing cell, that is omnis cellula e cellula. This was given by Rudolf Virchow. He told that all the cells arises from the pre-existing cells. Okay. Next, let's see shapes. Shapes are different types: amoeboidal, cuboid, thread-like, polygon, disc-like or columnar. Okay, there are different types of shapes. But sizes may be different in every organism. There are different size. So, largest cell that is present in ostrich egg, that is -120 mm, -120 mm. That is okay. It's a very important question, examination point of view. Largest cell is ostrich egg. Next, what are the types of cell? We have studied that cell is the basic structural and functional unit. But cells are also two types. Which are they? Prokaryotic, eukaryotic. Prokaryotic, eukaryotic. So let's see, what is prokaryotic? It's a primitive cell. What is it? It is a primitive cell. We can call as P for prokaryotic, P for primitive. Okay, it contains incipient nucleus, that is underdeveloped. It is not a developed nucleus. Okay. In prokaryotes, well-developed nucleus is absent. Incipient nucleus is present. And lack of double membrane bound cell organelles. Okay. In prokaryotes, double membrane bond organelles are absent. So membrane bound is not present, then DNA will be in the cell itself. Okay. There is no nucleus now. Nucleus is not well developed. So it is present in the cytoplasm itself. Circular naked DNA. Circular naked DNA. It is not bounded in. Okay. It is naked DNA. These are present mainly in unicellular organisms. So prokaryotic cells or primitive type of cells, these are present in only unicellular organisms. Reproduction. Reproduction occurs by binary fission. These are primitive, so this type of reproduction only occurs, that is binary fission. Remember this word every time. So many make mistakes, including in this word is in biology, and another word that is fusion. Another word is fusion. Fission means splitting. Fusion means bonding together to form a single cell or anything that is fused. Here fission means they are separated. Fusion means forming one. So that one I and U difference is there. Fission means dividing into two. Fusion means 2 into 1. Okay. 2 becomes 1. Let's see eukaryotic cell. What are eukaryotic cells? These are primitive. These are advanced cells. Okay. These cells contains true or advanced nucleus. Okay. This contains true or advanced nucleus and possess many organelles. Many organelles. Okay. That are membrane bound. Linear DNA with histones. Here it was circular DNA with naked DNA. Circular and naked DNA in prokaryotes. But in eukaryotes, linear DNA with histone. Histones are protein molecules. Okay. Histones are nothing but proteins. These cells are in multicellular organisms. These cells are in multicellular organisms. Unicellular are present in prokaryotes. Multicellular eukaryotes. Reproduce through mitosis and meiosis. Okay. Reproduction occurs through mitosis and meiosis. Here the cell divides into 2. Here the cell divides into 4. Now let's see the structure of a cell. Okay, this is the structure of cell I have drawn. Very easy. Okay. If you want to know how to draw, I will show you. Because it's a time taking process, that's why I didn't draw during the recording time. See, here we have to draw 6. Like this hexagon shape. Okay, this hexagon shape. We should have 3 lines here. Okay, like this. This shape should be continued here, like this. This is the shape. We can see the space. Okay, here we can see the space. What is this? This is plasmodesmata. It is this place through which the free flow of material between the two cells take place. Okay, any material, exchange of material can take place between the two cells. It occurs in plant cells. Okay, this is plasmodesmata. Next is cell wall. It occurs in plant cells. Okay, this is plasmodesmata. Next is cell wall. Okay, next is cell wall. What is cell wall, Nana? It is non-living rigid layer composed of cellulose, maintains shape and provide protection. So it provides protection, provides rigidity to the cell, and also it is a non-living rigid layer. It is not a living, it is a non-living rigid layer. It is made up of cellulose. So we can see many points. What is the function? Provides protection. Okay, rigidity to the cell, provides rigidity to the cell. And next, what is it? It is a non-living layer. Okay, it is not a living layer, it is a non-living layer. And another one is, it is made up of cellulose. Cell wall is made up of dash. What is it? Cellulose. Okay, understand?
Next, mitochondria. Here we can see mitochondria. What are mitochondria? Energy currency of the cell, right? Energy currency of cell. Our currency is Indian rupee. But energy, we are getting energy in the cell from mitochondria. Here, energy is produced. That is ATP molecules. Adenosine triphosphate that are produced from the mitochondria. That's why it is called as energy currency. It is a double membrane. It is a double membrane bound granular structure. Outer layer smooth and inner crystal layer possess ATP synthesis particles and is a semi-autonomous. It is a semi-autonomous organelle. Okay, understand this? This is crystal. Inner membrane is folding like structure. That's why it is looking like that. Okay. Next, cytoplasm. This thing, every organelle in the cell bounded by the cell membrane. Inside this is called as cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, every organelle are floating like, okay. Every organelles are present in the cytoplasm, okay. So what is the cytoplasm? It is a liquid living substance of the cell contain vital substance. It contains vital substances, okay, that are needed for metabolical activities. What are the ribosomes? Where are the ribosomes? Here we can see ribosomes. See here. Okay. Some ribosomes are present on the endoplasmic reticulum. Some are present freely here. You can see. Okay. These are ribosomes. What are that function? They are involved in synthesis of protein. Synthesis of protein. Okay. There are two types of ribosomes. Okay, existing two forms. Which are they? 70S and 80S. 70S are present in prokaryotes. 70S type of ribosomes are present in prokaryotes. 80S type of ribosomes. 80S type of ribosomes that are present in eukaryotes. So plants have 80S type of ribosomes, right? Plants are eukaryotic, na? Animals and plants both are eukaryotes. So ribosomes. Next, peroxisomes. Okay, peroxisomes. Here you can see the round structures. This contains enzymes for peroxide biosynthesis. In some reactions occur in plants. Okay, in peroxide synthesis. Okay, so peroxide reaction. Okay, biosynthesis. In peroxide biosynthesis, these peroxisomes contains enzymes. These peroxisomes contain some enzymes. Detoxifies various molecules and helps break down of fatty acids to produce acetyl groups. Fatty acids are also break down by peroxisomes. Okay. And it also detoxifies various molecules. Next, vacuoles. What are vacuoles? This is the vacuole. Okay. It is a single membrane bound vesicles containing water, ion, nutrients. It degrades macromolecules and helps in cell elongation during growth. It helps in cell elongation during growth. Okay. It contains water, ions and nutrients. Next, chloroplast. What is chloroplast? Where it is? Here we can see the chloroplast. Here we can see the chloroplast. It's a chloroplast. It is a double membrane structure. Okay, chloroplast is a double membrane. Green colored plastids. These are green colored plastids. Contain chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. Chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. Green color structures that contains chlorophyll, double membrane, and carry out photosynthesis. Photosynthesis carried out by chloroplast. Photosynthesis carried out by chloroplast. What is photosynthesis? Synthesis means formation or production. Next, photo means light. By the use of light, synthesis of food is called as photosynthesis. Understand? Next, plasma membrane. After the cell wall, there is plasma membrane. After the cell wall, there is plasma membrane. It is a living membrane. Okay. It is a elastic cell membrane, controls movement of molecules in and out of the cell, aids in cell signaling and cell adhesion. This is very important for the passage of the molecules from the cell to outside. Okay. Next, Golgi apparatus. Okay, these are the Golgi apparatus. Where it is here, you can see. This is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus. What is it? Golgi apparatus. Densely stained rectangular structures consist of sacs and cisternae. It contains sacs. This is sac-like structure. Cisternae. This is long-like structure. Sacs and cisternae are present in dash. Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus. Okay. Next, nucleus. Nucleus, nuclear membrane, nucleolus. Okay. Nuclear membrane, nucleolus. In nucleus, it is present. Nucleolus. Endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum, which contains ribosomes on them, they are rough ER, and the ribosomes that doesn't contain that ER that doesn't contain ribosomes are smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. SER or ER. Two types of endoplasmic reticulum are there. Rough ER are the endoplasmic reticulum that contains ribosomes, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum that are not bound by ribosomes. Okay. Endoplasmic reticulum ER. Okay, it is called as ER. RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. RER, ribosomes are present. SER, ribosomes are not present. Okay. Vacuole. Everything, I think I have covered every part of the cell. In detail, we will read in next session. Okay. Next session, we'll read in detail about each part of the cell organelle. Okay, I'll post one by one. Interested can see and subscribe my channel. Encouragement will be given to me to post more videos on biological science. Okay, thank you. Subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.